What is up? This is your LA in a minute, and I'm here in front of Ralph's, which is celebrating its 150th anniversary this year, making it the oldest existing grocer in the United States. Now, Ralph sprang up from the fertile Los Angeles soil in 1873, and though it's owned by Kroger and companies today, it's still very much a local and family business. I want to talk about the 150-year history of Ralph's, as well as what's in store for the next 150 years. Let's get into it. George A. Ralph's, plural no apostrophe, was a master bricklayer in the 1860s, but he shattered his arm hunting and wanted to go into a different business. He partnered with future Los Angeles Councilman S.A. Francis, and they built their first grocery store on the corner of 5th and Hill in 1873. 2 years later, in 1875, George's brother Walter bought out S.A. Francis's share for $2,000, and the store was rebranded as Ralph's Brothers Groceries. Immediately, Ralph's began to differentiate itself by catering to upscale clients and customers. But what they also did was become a pioneer in the grocery delivery industry, delivering customers groceries via wagon throughout the Los Angeles region. And though there are no delivery wagons anymore, Ralph's still is a pioneer. They use these trolleys to organize the free pickup, which is a growing aspect of their business as they look towards the future. 1876 was a major breakthrough for Ralph's as they opened a two-story store at 6th and Spring downtown. It also had lodging for farmers and a stable for horses, which meant that the farmers could bring more product to sell for cheaper and offer a wider variety of locally sourced produce for customers. And that's something that Ralph's still focuses on today with their bountiful local and organic produce selection. Ralph's continued to grow, and by 1909, they incorporated as Ralph's Grocery Company with their 4 stores in downtown Los Angeles. But it was time for the next step, and in 1911, they opened their first store in the country, which was considered Pico and Normandy, a 15,000 square foot store, huge for its day, which also had stables for wagons out back. In 1926, in order to keep costs down and freshness high, Ralph's opened their own bakery as well as a creamery. And they were again a forerunner in the grocery industry as they were one of the first companies in the United States to operate their own labels. They continue to do that today with their Simple Truth label, which is a line of all organic and high quality products that covers pretty much every single department in the store. Very impressive. By 1928, Ralph's had 17 stores, and they made a shift to focus on self-service shopping and front-end check stands. They also incorporated ample free parking at each of their 17 locations, which sounds normal now, but was a major innovation at the time. During this booming expansion, Ralph's wanted to have notable buildings, and the Ralph's grocery store building, built in 1929 in Westwood Village, has been declared a historic cultural monument and is listed on the National Register of Historic Places. It was also photographed by Ansel Adams. In the 1950s, as Ralph's continued to grow and expand, they had over 100 locations, and they did so by focusing on quality product and expanding their offerings, including fresh flowers. To this day, Ralph's floral department is renowned not only for same-day delivery, but for beautiful flowers and for awesome customer service. In 1974, Ralph's was at the forefront of yet another breakthrough as they became the first grocery store chain west of the Mississippi to equip each store with these laser scanning checkout systems. So food waste is the largest emitter of greenhouse gases, and unfortunately, grocery stores are part of the problem. There's just a lot of waste. But Ralph's is part of the solution. They have a bunch of programs such as donating unused but good food to food banks. They also freeze food that is near or at its expiration date if it can have a use in the future. And what they also do is they have a huge composting facility at their headquarters down in Compton that composts hundreds of thousands of pounds of food per year. So with a 150-year track record as pioneers and innovators, Ralph's has its sights set on the next 150 years with its 180-plus stores, 27,000 employees, and $3 billion a year in revenue that started right here in Los Angeles. And remember, Ralph's really is a great place to get your groceries. All right, LA, it's been a minute.